Alright, hey, it's PHILA, and you're watching PHILA TV, the ultimate YouTube channel. I'm no cinematographer, just a dude with a camera, and a dude who loves yuccas. So today we're out on the road just looking at these yuccas that are growing, a few blocks from my house. But I see them every day, and I really love them. So today we're just going to be roaming the neighborhood looking at other people's yuccas and how they grow them. Stay tuned, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, yucca fans, you guys are in for a good treat. These people have a neat little setup. They've taken their whole side of their house and they keep propagating and planting these yuccas. And look how tall they're getting. So far you don't see any babies growing on the ground. Oh, it sounds like one of Rex's friends lives here. These are getting some nice height, nice thickness to them. I've always wanted to drive by and just take a couple of pictures, a couple of videos. I wonder where they're getting all their stock from. There must be a mother tree around here someplace. I'm gonna find her. Anyways, this is elephant types, is the type of yucca that we got going on here. And the reason they call it that is because the base of these swell up and become almost like elephant feet, as you can see there, and that's the goal. This one's branched off a couple of times and you can see they've trimmed it. These are just all long tall sallies. I love it. Let's see from the other side of the street. So I drive by this every day and I'm just really impressed. I really like it. They've got them staggered. And they've been growing these for quite a few years that I've been living here. And it's pretty amazing. Of course, you know me, I'd like to come over and chop the top on all of these and get them to start branching out, but there's got to be a huge mother tree around here because none of our local nurseries sell any of these yuccas. All right, now I'm going to show you some other yuccas that are growing in my neighborhood that some of you've seen before and some you'll see again. And this one's kind of a bittersweet story that people were going to put their house for sale, so they wanted to cut all of this back because it was just too much for them. You can see like it's skirted all the way down. It's never been trimmed. Fortunate for me, I was there at the right time, the right place, and they gave me a bunch of cuttings, which we'll go and look at in a little while. But here's the before, and here we go. Here's the after. Yeah, it kind of breaks my heart because I love the yuccas so much. And right down the street from them is one of my favorite corners because it has a giant yucca. So it would kind of look like this would be the before, and 50 years later, this would be the after. Whoa! How did that happen? Anyways, it's pretty cool. Like this one, I can't even believe how tall this one is. It would benefit from a good cropping, but if you take a good look at it, the trunks of these all the way down to the bottom do look like elephant feet. That's why they call these, I guess, the elephant types. Some of the other yuccas that I've seen growing, they just don't get as fat at the bottom of the trunk. But I mean, that looks like a bunch of elephants. I guess that's what a squirrel would think. A bunch of elephants just sitting around. Anyways, let's go home. I'm going to come take a look at all of my stumps that I cut from here. You remember I came and cut a bunch of canes down, and I've taken them home and I've been propagating. So let's take a look. It's been about 2 months since I've checked on my yucca stump, so we're just going to kind of look through it. I had to change the water, so look a little closer. You can see there's lots of nubs on this one. This one's my favorite because it's got, weird bends to it. It's still growing on the top. But there's really not a lot going on. At the end of the summer, it took, I think it was 10 weeks, and we had sprouts so far. And like some people's wrote in, said the same thing. They've had it in bucket water for a couple of months and nothing. So maybe it's just too early in the season. I usually do all this during the summertime, but just happened to come across all of these big branches. See, got my arrows, so there's no question whatsoever. And here's another interesting one. It's really fat, no roots starting, but you can see tons of brand new nubs. Each one of those is going to be a little branch if we let it. So I'm going to get all these put back into the pot. These are the other ones that were full of, where I left the tops on it as a comparison. So whenever I come in here and I've got some dead leaves, I just keep pulling them back. And so far, this one is another one I like that has some good movement on it. And look there's a ton of nubs on this one. I might put these in the dirt and see what happens. Or maybe not. Okay, now that they're in the bucket and all cleaned up, I'm just going to fill it back up full of water and put it back into the shade over here. And then these will go back into the shade and kick back for a while longer until I see some kind of activity. But just recently, my neighbors cut down these Italian cypress.